What if you don't need to become more to grow? What if real growth is about becoming more you? Welcome back to the Positivity Keys podcast. I'm Laura Allen, and today's episode is a powerful reframe, one that has changed how I coach, how I lead, and how I live. You know, we've all been taught that growth means improvement, more effort, more achievement, more productivity. But what if it's actually about alignment, about peeling back the layers that never fit, and finally arriving in a life that actually does fit? If you've been chasing better, this episode is your invitation to come home to yourself. I used to think that if I just worked harder, I'd finally become the version of me who had it all together. But the most defining moment of growth in my life wasn't about doing more. It was when I finally decided to walk away from a version of myself that wasn't aligned. Not because she was bad or wrong, but because she wasn't me anymore. After recovering from cancer, I, like many people in transition, found myself reevaluating everything. I had to ask, who am I becoming? What matters now? And how do I create a life that reflects exactly that? Walking away from my career at the peak of my success, it wasn't easy, but it was a doorway to something deeper. It allowed me to stop performing and to start becoming. It gave me room to listen to the real me, the one that had been whispering underneath all that roles and responsibilities. That's when I discovered this truth. Growth is not about becoming more. It's about becoming more you. And that version of you, you can see her. You can visualize her. You can start showing up as her today, aligning with who you're becoming. Growth that's aligned feels different. It doesn't scream for attention. It's quieter and it's rooted. It feels like a deep breath after holding it in for too long. Here's how I coach women through this kind of transformation in their lives. You let go of self-improvement as a performance. You start listening to what's already calling you from within. Use the thought key to replace the inner critic with curiosity. Instead of, what's wrong with me? Ask, what's true for me now? Use the visualize key to picture the life that fits, not the one that looks impressive to everybody else, but the one that feels like peace. Use the action key to make one decision each day that reflects the woman that you're becoming. You don't have to overhaul your whole life to grow. You just have to move closer to your truth. Here's a quick practice for this week. I want you to close your eyes and imagine the future version of you. The one who's grounded, lit up, and fully herself. Now ask, what does she say yes to? What does she release? How does she show up in her daily life? Choose one thing today that reflects her. That could be a boundary, a pause, a bolder choice, a quieter one. Whatever it is, let it be the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear what that new version of you is calling in. Tag me at Positivity Keys or share it using Becoming You podcast. Next week, we're going to explore what it means to track growth that you can't see yet, because sometimes the biggest breakthroughs, they happen in the silence. Until then, you don't have to chase your next level. You just have to meet yourself more fully right here.